Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do under this very, very difficult situation. We are now at the start of week 3 of the lockdown since the pandemic caused absolute outrage all over the world. This video, as always, is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase retro kits from the 60s all the way through to the early 2000s, including the 1976 home shirt that inspired the season's home kit, the 1980 FA Cup final Trevor Brooking shirt that inspired the season's away kit. There's also Admiral and Umbro West Ham colour inspired track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts. There's also the Boys of 86 in there, the Paolo Di Canio 1990-2000 strips, they're in there as well. Some very, very nice Premier League team shirts in there as well. England, loads, just really, really good stuff, guys. So any purchases that you guys will be making, thank you very much. You will be, the commission that the channel will be getting, the commission will be going to help support the NHS. So let's support those that are supporting us. Now, I just wanted to elaborate on the live stream and the video that I did yesterday in relation to UEFA and the Premier League respectively, because I did a bit more, because obviously the live stream was a gut reaction to what the news, and as you know, I was very happy with it, because at the end of the day we can put all that speculation to bed now. But I just want to elaborate on it because there was more in the article, and I didn't have much time, as I say, because I had to go. I just took a quick break from working from home. Now, obviously, this is the weekend. I can ramble as much as I want. But yeah, let's talk about it. Now, the Premier League are given an advance to the EFL and National League clubs, which is brilliant. I absolutely love it. But as I say, it's an advance that's going to have to be paid back at some point of £125 million. And they're also going to be donating £20 million to the NHS. Brilliant. Very, very noble thing to do. Exactly what they should have done a long time ago, to be honest with you. Now, obviously, at the same time that it was released that the Premier League are asking clubs to take, more specifically their players, to take a 30% cut in wages. Now, Danny Rose has come out and said that although he's personally behind it, a lot of the players are backs are up against the wall on this, because the pressures come from people outside of football before anything was discussed. And to be honest with you, he's 100% right. I've called for it. Loads of other YouTubers have called for it. You guys have called for it as well, I know. But it's the right thing to do. Now, should we just be saying just the Premier League players? No. As I said in the previous video, it should be Championship, and it should be all the leagues, basically. All the higher earners. You don't need the wages that these guys are on. You don't need it in this time of, back in where we are now. It takes them back to how they were when they were kids. Let's put it that way. All right. The average adult needs what, £200 a week max under these circumstances to live, not to survive, but to live. Let's face it, we can't go out unless we're going for an exercise or going to the supermarket. So we can't go to pubs, we can't go to clubs, we can't go to the theatre, we can't go to the movies, we can't go to football, as we all know. We can't do anything apart from the absolute necessities. So it is completely right that anybody, and I mean anyone, not just footballers, but I'm talking about all sports people for that matter, CEOs, all chairmen, you name it, that they all should be taking a pay cut in these circumstances. But it's not going to happen. Across the board, it's not going to happen. Now, it was interesting reading earlier this morning that Mark Noble has taken the 30% to the team, and apparently they are considering doing it. Now, this would be very interesting, and what a lot of us have been saying for a long, long time. This will separate. There'll be a big divide between the players that are just hands down happy to do it, no questions asked, and there will be loads of players like Alex Song, as me and Barry talked about a few days ago when he came on for the conversation. That will be saying, no, you're taking the piss. I'm going to seek all legal action on you as a result of it. Now, I can see both points of view, all right? Because at the end of the day, they are on stupid amounts of money. All sports people are on a stupid amount of money, no question, right? Let's not forget that. Everybody that's in sport owns a lot of money. The pundits, the commentators, presenters, people that actually participate in football, sports, all sports in general for that matter, they are on a very, very comfortable wage. I don't see Gary Neville saying that he's going to take a pay cut. I haven't seen anyone else, for that matter, saying they're going to help take a pay cut to help battle this crime. This crime. It is a crime that the NHS are struggling this mad. It was great to see that the NHS's debt, was it £3.4 billion, is being wiped off. Very, very happy with that. But as I say, it's just this is the bigger picture time here, guys, and this is what we're going to say. This is what I've been saying for ages. It's times like this where it will absolutely divide between the people that are selfish and the people that are selfless. And I agree with Danny Rose. It shouldn't have come from these quarters. It shouldn't have done. It should have come there. If anything, the Minister of Sport should have discussed it with the Premier League, the EFL, etc., before. And then it was all discussed with all the parties respectively before it was announced by the government that they feel that the footballers should be taking a pay cut. And I agree that they have been unharshly targeted, but at the same point, their wages can help people who absolutely run the club and the country, for that matter, 20 times over a year. It's not necessary in these times. They should be down to basics. They should really be down to basics. All clubs should be down to basics, and the reason why all clubs should be down to basics is because, excuse me, there's a big intake of air there has come up the wrong way round. All clubs should be on this because and I hate to agree with her, but Karen Brady was right that a lot of clubs will suffer under these circumstances because they're not getting money in. They're not. I hate to say it, the non-league, National League, for example, definitely going to struggle. Now, I don't agree that Premier League teams such as Spurs should be taking this thorough option through the government. Why? The money they make from TV appearances, sponsorship deals, in the case of Spurs and Arsenal, etc., basically the so-called top six, European money on top of that for each game played, etc. Why would Daniel Levy find it relevant to claim this free money, basically? Now, we all know that Daniel Levy is a tight cunt. We know that. But it's on another level with this. It really, really is on another level. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let this go for a long, long time. Not just because I don't like Spurs, but this epitomises why Spurs are hated by football fans. And because most of it is because of Daniel Levy. Because at the end of the day, it just really, really grates me that he's doing this. It really, really does grate me. There's no need to do it, especially as I said that when the window resumes, they're going to go out and paying heavy money for players. Well, why are they going to do that? If they need to claim money from the benefit off the government, because at the end of the day, they haven't got the money to sustain their staff. Accounts don't add up. It really doesn't sound right. So, and I maintain that when this is all over and the league's back to normal and we're watching the games and blah blah blah, which is going to happen, of course, at some point. Will it happen at the end, around about September, October time? We'll have to wait and see. But guys, this it's going to happen. We're going to get our lives back. We are going to see football return. We are going to be able to go back and see our loved ones. We're going to go back and see our new niece and nephews, our grandchildren, whatever. We are going to get that back at some point. I know it's difficult to see it because we've been in lockdown I've been in lockdown for 3 weeks because I've been working from home for 3 weeks. But as a nation, we've been in lockdown for 2 weeks now, so it is difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But trust me, guys, it is there. We will get our normality back at some point. It's going to be very, very difficult, and we do need to all stick together. Everyone in my house needs to stick together. Everyone in your house needs to stick together. Everyone in the country and the world needs to stick together, because these are the times where we need people the most. And I keep saying it, but guys, thank you very, very much for your time. If you like the video and you feel I deserve it, then by all means, please do click the like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's great to see you. If you'd like to know more and you're interested in seeing further content, then by all means, please do consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, then please do hit the notification bell as well. We've had 3 people leave the subscription service this week, which is a real shame. But, you know, at the end of the day, this channel is, you know, these are my opinions, and I know a lot of people out there don't like my opinions. So that's fine. I haven't got an issue with that, but it would be quite nice to try and get back to almost 1,530 people. So guys, if you do like what I'm doing, then by all means, please do click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Do share this content with anybody that you feel may want to watch it. And of course, as always, guys, I'm always keen to hear your thoughts. Put your comments in the comment section below about everything that I've discussed. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, then by all means, again, please do contact me in the comments, or reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter. Both using JPWHU TV, and I will be more than happy to talk to you guys and give you, if you've got any feedback on what you want me to do, any content you want me to do. I'm not going to do any football games because I don't have a games console, and if I did, I'm shit at it anyway. I'm worse than Michael Antonio. I am terrible. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing some watch along stuff. But so keep an eye out for that in the coming days and weeks, but depending on what's available. But guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Try and enjoy this beautiful weather as best as you can within the limits of what we're allowed to do, because at the end of the day, the more we listen to the rules, the quicker we'll get our lives back. So stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives, purchase stuff through the channel sponsor, because you will help to support the NHS. So thank you very much for your time. See you soon.